Steve, you're very much a all-action midfielder, goal scorer, but you wasn't shy of a tackle. Injuries, what kind of impact do you think that had on your career and the journey you had?
Yeah, well, I still don't think I have finished a season without an injury. It was something that did get me down, and obviously, moving on to the 21st century and mental health and everything like that, it was sort of something that never really got sort of looked at and catered for, and really you just got left to your own devices if you're injured, and left out to do your own bits and pieces. Left sometimes with a physio, but not always. And it's a real trying time. And I'd like to think that clubs now are on top of these type of things, because it's not a great time. It's very, very similar to actually packing up, and that limelight has gone, albeit temporarily. Someone else is in doing well, and it really does mess with sort of your well-being, and I think it did with me. As I alluded to earlier on, I had a time. It was a bittersweet, because obviously we ended up getting promoted, but at the time I was 23 and really thought my career was gone, and not being the most articulate person in the world, and probably sort of not too many qualifications behind me. It was a worrying time, because football was my life, and that's really all I knew at that time. So yeah, it's something that I'd like to think in the modern game is dealt with a lot better than what it was when it was with my era.
Whilst the modern game, I would say, no doubt, does cater for these kind of injuries and mental health challenges, I would imagine that it doesn't stop people having those doubts, the players having those doubts and concerns. If you had to offer advice to an 18, 19, 20-year-old, maybe even someone coming towards the end of their career now, what would you say to them?
You're probably not going to like this, but I would probably discourage social media. I wouldn't be looking at reports and evaluations of reporters. Listen to your coaches, listen to your family, and they're probably the rock that you need, because I think there's an awful lot of people in life, not alone sport, that will want to knock your career or your well-being, and you've got to stay strong and believe in what you're doing.